So this is 119, huh? All right. Sure.
M.A.N.G.O.A.T might actually be even bigger than the sun inside.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
There's more space because you just have the battery pack on the floor and that's it. You don't have to worry about a transmission tunnel.
I really think Mercedes did a better job with the 20, or I should say the W222. This is I don't see the point of moving the door unlock this high up. I just don't see it. I understand that they had to come up with something new, but I just don't understand why they felt they had to do that. But again, they had to make it look new. And then what they did was they focused on putting LEDs around everything. So right here, this is a 222 S450. It's got the twin turbo V6. If you drive one, believe me, this thing is at no loss for power. It's very powerful. It's extraordinarily comfortable, as you can see. And this is the back seat. There's no back seat package in this one. But this is 66,000. What is it? 66,000. It's basically $66,000. Bit negotiable, but I'll tell you, anybody who buys one of these generations, as long as you got a warranty on it for all this electronic shit, it's like this generation is, in my opinion, this might be the best looking interior Mercedes has. I'm not a fan of the screen in the middle. I mean, that was cute for Tesla, but even Tesla changed it. They put it sideways to make it so that you keep your eyes on the road, you know? But it's amazing that you can buy a car like this for less than $70,000, despite the fact it's got miles on it, unless you want to buy it new. Because, you know, if you're financing a used car for a certain period of time, it's like it's going to... Oh, yeah, this has 24,196 miles. And this is $66,000 for this S450. That's a damn steal, you know? For a car like this fucking interior, that's actually a steal. And, of course, this is a white interior. The white and the tan interior, obviously, they get dirtier quicker. But this is actually a steal, man. The S580, I mean, it looks a lot different inside, but to tell you the truth, I really think this is the better design. This sweeping widescreen, I mean, it just makes everything look just so much better, you know? That's just how I feel about it. But it's amazing that you can get these things with just 20, 30,000 miles, and you can get them vastly depreciated. You know, I also like having these buttons right here. Because basically what it is if you're driving and you're just driving around in comfort and you're just laying your hand right here, you don't even have to reach up here to mess with none of the dials. You just roll your finger and that turns the volume up and down, or you just, you know, push certain things right here like your seat functions and the radio and the navigation system. I just think Mercedes nailed it with this model as opposed to the newer one. Now, granted, the newer one has a lot of new technology, but most of it's centered around LEDs, you know. But I think they really just nailed it here. See, so this guy right here has a gray Urus. It's like I was about to go in a different direction, and I saw this guy. I was like, eh. Nice stores around here. It's an older guy. This really quick. I'm not going to take too long doing this. basically what I was doing was I was looking over my YouTube teaching account that I use on YouTube to explain my methodology for stock investment. And I was looking at the dividends that I made. So for those of you who don't understand, and by the way, you can always look this up on Google because the definitions for everything are, you're on your phone, on your computer, you have access to all this stuff. Anytime there's a word you don't understand, just look it up. But basically what dividends are when a company takes its profits and they reinvest it into the persons who invested into the company, and they basically share some of their profit with the individual investors, such as myself. So what I sought to do was build a portfolio that pretty much is all dividend stock. This isn't the only portfolio I have, but this is the one that I use on YouTube that I can actually use to explain these things in a way that a regular teenager or a person who's in high school can explain it. So as you can see, there's a number of companies I bought into, like FCA, banks like ISBC, oil companies like STLA and SM, Apple, AAPL, you recognize that, Sunoco oil company, gas company, Microsoft, NVIDIA. They make the video card inside my computer, the 3090. Love that. And then there's repeated dividends from ISBC and Sunoco. So here's the thing. This is the reason why you focus on dividend stock, not cryptocurrency. This is the reason why you focus on dividend stock. Cryptocurrency does not pay dividends. There's a simple reason for that. Number one, they don't have any profit. There's no profit with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is not a company selling products and making profit. There is no cryptocurrency that's like, I don't know, Microsoft or Apple or who else? ISBC, like a bank. So when you invest in companies that do pay a dividend, that kind of tells you two things. Number one, it tells you that this company has to be making profit because otherwise they wouldn't be paying a dividend. So that's number one. Number two, it tells you that you're getting into this pretty much for the long term because the longer your money sits with those shares, the more money it's going to return over time. So as you can see, what I did was I went down the list of my qualified dividends that got returned to me. And it came out to this year thus far, from what is that? From 129 onwards to 827. Today is August 27th. As you can see, off of a $5,000 initial investment into this trading account. Now, mind you, I've purchased and I've sold stock too because some of the oil stocks that I bought into, they made so much money that I was able to take some of that money and I was able to come back, buy more stock in different companies by selling the original stock. And in addition to that, some of that money I've spent on guns and vacations. So in any event, off of a $5,000 initial investment, what I've built is a portfolio that has thus far, since 129 down to, what is this, August 27th, has paid me $522.48. Obviously, the year is not over. And as you can see, there are some partnership programs of distributions for these dividends that continue to pay you over time. So look at this. Sunoco paid me, the first time they paid me $24.77. And then if you go down, you see Sunoco also paid me another $24.77. Then there's ISBC. ISBC paid me $14. And then ISBC paid me another $14. And then ISBC paid me another $14. So what do we have here? What I have here is I've built what I call a glorified savings account. A glorified savings account. So if you were to have saved this much money in a bank account, a regular bank account, you'd have been getting less than 1% interest. However, by using this money on these stocks that pay dividends, I have created an account that is paying me $522. Now, this year is not over, so I'm going to do this video again, probably at the end of this year. So I'm going to wait until the next January So I'm going to probably start from like 1/1/2021 onwards to 1/1/2022, just to show you how much dividend I'm getting paid out of this one account based on a $5,000 investment. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So, yeah, that's basically that. So I was going to talk a little bit about some other stocks that, because it's sad. I've been telling people all this time. There were like this is I made a list. These are my dividend earners. Now, some of these dividend earners are in this account, but some of these dividend earners are in my other account and not this account. So these are my dividend earners. There are others, but these are the ones that I choose to use. Now, obviously, the one you see is Sunoco at the top. Why? Because Sunoco is paying an 8.9% dividend. Then you see AT&T, 7.7. Then you see ExxonMobil, 6.36. Chevron, 5.51%. BP, 5.32%. And then you see Royal Dutch Shell B, Royal Dutch Shell A. They both run pretty much close to each other at $39 per share. Both of those are paying over 4.8%. One is paying 4.89, the other one's paying 4.84. Then you see Verizon 4.6. Then you see Gilead. I believe they make the drug remdesivir, if I'm not mistaken. They were using that for coronavirus treatment, 3.98. You see ISBC. ISBC is paying 3.98. As you can see, ISBC is paying me $14 every single time they do their dividend shares. Sanofi, I believe they make that shit that Trump was putting in himself. I believe it's called hydroxychloroquine. Not to be confused with chloroquine, which is a fishbowl cleaner, and it'll kill you if you put that shit in your bloodstream, as one dumbass found out. But Darwinism is always the truth. So anybody who's stupid enough to do some shit like that, you know what? You're dead. And this way you can't reproduce and poison future gene pools. I believe in Darwinism. Some people think I'm a Republican or a Democrat. I'm neither. I'm a Darwinist. In fact, I should start a political party of Darwinists. I think I'd probably get some traction. Shit, I might even win the presidency. Anyway, Citibank, 2.82. AIG, 2.37. JP Morgan, 2.23. Bank of America, 2. Wells Fargo, 1.6. Walmart, 1.49. Capital One, 1.4. Siri. Warren Buffett went into Siri because he was looking for something to diversify to pay the dividend. So that's kind of why I got into Siri. Now, I use Sirius XM myself on my phone, and I use it in my car and everything, but they're paying slightly less than 1%. But hey, if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, it's good enough for me. Okay, Logitech, 0.91. Microsoft, 0.75. Let me tell you, Microsoft and NVIDIA, I tried to get everybody to buy NVIDIA stock before the split. You can look over my history because I don't delete any of my videos because strangely enough, I've been right the vast majority of the time. NVIDIA and Microsoft have shot up. I know Microsoft's going to keep going because they're about to put y'all on some subscription services. They're going to make y'all motherfuckers pay them every single year for everything. They're going to make you pay for Flight Sim. They're going to make you pay for Microsoft Office. They're going to make you pay enterprise server fee. Like, Microsoft's got y'all by the balls, especially if you're in business. So Microsoft, if you're a young investor, and I guess this leads me into the next thing I was going to talk about. If you are a young investor and you're looking for stocks to invest in that pay dividends or will give you some growth that you can buy fractional shares, and they're going to continue to give you growth. That leads me into the next thing that I wanted to talk about. I've decided that I'm going to make my own index and I'm going to invest in my own index. And the problem with an index is you have to have a catchy acronym. Like, we all know what FANG stocks mean. FANG stocks means Facebook, Apple, what's the N? I forget what the N is. But G is the Google. Wait, what is it? FANG stock. How the fuck do I forget this stuff? FANG. Okay, FANG stock. Yeah. I forget what the N means. wait, what? Okay, okay. So when you don't understand something, just go here, take Google and just say, what is FANG stock? And it'll tell me what the end, wait, something's wrong. What is the FANG stock? Wait, what is a FANG stock? I don't know. How the hell did I forget what is FANG stock? How the hell did I forget what the N means? I forgot. I don't know. I don't know why I can't remember what the N means. Now, they keep talking about Diamondback Energy, so they must be doing something. I don't understand. Wait, what is FANG stock meaning? Come on. Yes, Netflix. All right. You know why I don't remember this? Because I don't have Netflix. I don't even subscribe to that shit. How the fuck did I forget that? I could not remember that for the life of me. So anyway, if you're going to have an index, you have to have a popularized acronym that everybody can remember. FANG means Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Alphabet. But Alphabet is how they say Google, because Google is the company behind Google is called Alphabet, just in case you didn't know. Because, I know when I make these videos, I'm trying to talk to younger people, younger investors. See, I'm 40 years old. In exactly 10 years, I'm retiring. So that means that all of you people who are going to be fighting each other over Social Security money and over, because half y'all don't have pensions and a lot of y'all won't have 401ks because a lot of you are not investing early enough. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm building a portfolio that will be paying me, just like you just saw. What did you just see? What did you just see? That will be paying me these dividends, so that this way I can look forward to an extra $1,000, maybe even extra $2,000 every single month. And these are the FANG stocks, right? FANG stocks. So everything has to have a popular acronym. So I've decided that I'm going to make my own. And from now on, you're going to hear me use it in my videos. And when I use it in my videos, I'm thinking what I should do is I should come up with like a really cool piece of merch, or I should come up with a, what is it called? A mascot. Because a FANG stock has to have a mascot. I mean, they've got the symbols. They've got the Facebook symbol, Amazon, the Netflix, and the Google symbol. So I've decided that what I want to do is I want to start talking about my index. So this is going to be my index. My index is going to be called M.A.N.G.O.A.T. M.A.N.G.O.A.T. This is perfect. M is for M.A.N.G.O.A.T. Now this makes no sense right now, but I'm going to explain this. This is brilliant. So this is the M.A.N.G.O.A.T. Goat man right there. That's M.A.N.G.O.A.T. M is for M.A.N.G.O.A.T. Keep this in mind. M is for M.A.N.G.O.A.T. So what is M.A.N.G.O.A.T? M.A.N.G.O.A.T is Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, oil, Apple, and Tesla. Okay, so M.A.N.G.O.A.T. This is the first index I'm making. It's called M.A.N.G.O.A.T. Okay, oil. As you've seen, oil has been going up over the last year. I made a video. I called it I Am an Oil Man. I said, listen, I'm going long in all oil stocks. The moment that oil went negative was back in March 2020. And when that happened, I was like, I got to pile into this shit. So when I got into oil stocks in general, it's not just oil as a stock. This is a crude oil stock. But the problem was I needed an oil stock that began with O. And unfortunately, none of my other oil stocks that I made a lot of money off of had an O. So I said, okay, you know what I'll do? I'll just put O in general as the O. And then I've got Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, oil, Apple, and Tesla. Now, some of you may remember I'd been talking about investing in Tesla for a very, very long time. I was telling you all about this stock since 2012. I got in when Tesla was $30 per share. Now, for many people, when you're looking, you're like, oh, wow, $30 a share. Tesla's $700 now. That's right. Yes. I made a lot of money in Tesla. I sold off most of that, got myself a second house, and what else did I buy? I think I bought some guns, too. But yeah, I buy a lot of guns because the thing about it is I like going to the range. It's fun. And I've got a fucking arsenal in my house. So just in case anybody ever says, oh, you know what? That's a nice house. I'm going to break into it. Yeah, well, I'm prepared for that. So, as I was thinking, M.A.N.G.O.A.T. That's the new stock, M.A.N.G.O.A.T. So these M.A.N.G.O.A.T. stocks, this is mine, M.A.N.G.O.A.T. I'm going to probably have to trademark this shit or something. I don't know if you can trademark the word M.A.N.G.O.A.T, but I'm pretty sure I could trademark it as far as considering a stock is called. But I was thinking about, gee, what's an easy way to tell people stocks to invest in and give them a bunch of dividend payers and a bunch of stocks that have upwards growth over time? And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? M.A.N.G.O.A.T. That's right. M is for man. This poor guy right here, I keep making fun of him. I keep saying, Brazilians can't play without knights. And I say, yeah, Brazilians can't play without knights. I killed your knights first. Now you know why. So he only has 2 seconds left. I'm going to show you how I beat this guy. It was freaking brilliant. So as you can see, Raphael Oli lost. President Kamala Harris wins again. I'm going to show you how I beat this guy. It was absolutely brilliant. Because you know, he's a fake 1226. So watch this. This is the analysis, right? So basically, I start off with my usual. I get my snipers out into position. Naturally, I kill his fucking knight. Now, the computer likes that move for some reason. So anyway, he kills my bishop. And as you can see, we start progressing. He didn't kill my knight. I moved it here. The computer didn't know why. Because he obviously didn't want to lose his bishop. And with these guys, they don't understand why I keep attacking their knights early. They don't get it. Because basically you remove their abilities later on in the game. So I killed this guy in order to open up this space right here so he couldn't dominate this area, right? Because, see, a knight is only powerful if you can also use those pawns to help dominate. So I killed his knight. Now he has no knights. I have one. So as it keeps going, this is where it gets funny. So what happened was he's tried to move down on this side, and I had this knight right here ready to take that guy. So as soon as this space opens up, obviously he's going to take my rook. Watch this. Boom. Now I take that piece, and now I can bring this guy, take that piece, because the queen would have to move over to kill him. And that's where the game ends. He lost. And that's when I started chastising him.
To be continued.